Hello, welcome to the Bridging the Generation podcast. I am your host, Malak Arif, and today, I got another special guest for y'all. Coming straight out of my city, Washington, D.C., we have a go-go legend, go-go royalty. This brother has been killing the game for the past 15 plus years as a member of two of my favorite bands of all time. One, Subtle Thoughts, and the other, the legendary Rare Essence Band. Yes, he is balancing his career. It's not just a solo independent artist, but also as the lead rapper of the legendary Rare Essence Band. He's collaborated with numerous artists in the game. He's just off his latest single, 4 a.m. in Miami, which you guys got to check out, available on all streaming platforms. And with all that said, man, it's an honor and a privilege to introduce to the Bridging the Generation podcast, DC's own, the DMV's own, the one, the only, Killa Cal. Let's go. Bridging the Generation podcast. I am your host, Malak Arif, and today I have a legend on the screen. I'm talking about none other than the one, the only, Killa Cal, man. What's going on, brother?
Bro. Man, thank you for having me, man. I've been keeping up with the show, man. You're doing a great job, bro.
Nah, brother, man, coming from you, hey, I appreciate that, man. I mean a lot coming from you, man. So
no problem.
Before we even get started, I gotta shout my man Lee Bain, man, because I said this season I want to start tapping into artists from my city, man, because I feel like the artists from my city is some of the dopest artists on the planet. And I gotta start off. He told me, man, I asked him who you think I should start off with, man, because I could go. It's a long list of talented individuals.
It is.
And he told me, man, you know what? You need to holler at Killa Cal.
Wow.
I said, Killa Cal. I said, yeah, man. I said, I think that'd be a good look right there. He said, man, you need to make that happen. Whatever you do, you need to make that happen.
You made it happen, bro. You made it happen.
Hey, so here we are, man. I got you here on the platform. So it's an honor and a privilege, man, to have you here, brother.
Pleasure to be here, brother. Thank you, man.
No doubt, no doubt. So look, before we even get started, man, again, this COVID-19 is going on, man. Shows been canceled. A lot of craziness going on, man. How have you been maintaining throughout this whole pandemic?
Oh, man. Well, I've been maintaining. Luckily, you know, I'm the kind of artist. I'm a go-go artist and I'm an independent artist as well. So I took the time that I would be performing 3 and 4 nights a week with Rare Essence. This whole year, the whole 2020, all I did was stack music and do features, and I did a lot of feature deals. I did a lot of features with a lot of people's favorite artists.
Hell yeah!
I mean, I'm just stacking music right now. I started performing in January. Any bands that wanted me to come feature at their shows, I opened up the calendar for January. Within 2 months, man, I was booked up till July. So it's an honor.
Nah, man, that's great to hear, man. I can't wait to see you guys in person, man. It's been long overdue, man. It's been long overdue. Me being the go-go junkie, man. Definitely. You know, Rare Essence being my favorite band. We're gonna get into all that, man. So I'm thrilled, man. So look, being a native, man, you know we gotta ask the question, man. Right. You know, I gotta ask the question, what part of the city you from, man? You know, I gotta get that out there. You know, we a territorial city, man. So you know,
I'm probably gonna be your most interesting answer. So this is how this works. So I'm an official DMV kid. My dad had me in Alexandria and in Annapolis on the weekends. My mom had me uptown Washington D.C., 15th and B Street, and also 6th and S. And my grandmother had me during the week in PG County. So I am officially DMV. That's why I can go in Alexandria and new projects and I can get love. I can go out Annapolis and Robinwood and get love. and I can go in any
Robin
part of the
Wood.
city. Yeah, I can go in any part of the city and get a hood pass. So yeah, I'm an official DMV kid.
But that's what I be trying to explain to folks, man. We gotta cut all this out, man, because at the end of the day, man, it's all the same culture, man.
It is.
I'm 40 plus, man. I've been here my entire life. Yeah. PG, DC, it's the same culture, man.
It's all together.
It's all the game. So I got, like I said, man, I'm born and raised here in DC. Graduated out Virginia my senior year.
So there you go.
Out VA.
There you go.
You know, so I picked up to that. But I live here in PG County.
I can relate to that. You know,
because growing up, man, like a lot of people don't realize, man, like growing up in the city and then moving out to PG, that was a look right there, man. That was a big deal.
Fact.
That was a big. So I don't understand why Bama's be trying to make it seem like, oh, bruh, that used to be the dream, man. Stop it, man. Stop it.
It's played out, bro. Like we got to get over that. You know? Even my Waldorf family, they catch flack now. So, I mean, bro, they rough on Waldorf with the Waldorf Airlines and all that. It's rough, bro. But it's all family, man. It's all family.
I seen Craig Lucas doing something on that a while ago. I said, man, you a fool, man. Stop playing. Shout out to Waldorf, man.
Shout out to Waldorf, man.
Shout out to Waldorf. Shout out to Robin Hood. Shout out to Annapolis.
Facts.
VA, all of that, man. So look, let's get into it, man. You from the DMV area, man. You know, describe what you do, man. To those who don't know, because I have a lot of fans. A lot of fans who watch my platform, they not familiar with go-go.
Right.
You know, so in your own words, man, describe what go-go is and how did you become a participant in the genre?
No problem, man. So go-go, for people that don't know, go-go is a genre of music that was started in Washington, D.C. by Chuck Brown. Mm-hmm. And it's basically a live music experience. Go-go is a live music experience. It's something you have to be a part of. You have to experience it. Of course, you can get it through record, and it's cool. But the experience is what go-go really sells you on, because it's live instruments, it's music. The term go-go refers to the music never stopping. It just keeps going, going, going all night. So basically, for my out-of-towners, it's a party from start to finish. You got to come witness it. So how I got involved with it is just being from the culture. Being from this culture, it's a part of our thing. Now, me and you are close to the same age. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So coming up in the late 80s and early 90s, as a kid, we got go-go and we got the rap side. Mm-hmm. So that influenced my whole style. So I would wake up on a Saturday morning and I would watch wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
I would watch wrestling. Then I would watch on TV raps.
Yeah.
Then I would my uncle would put in a Northeast Groovers VHS tape or a Junkyard or Metro World would come on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
He took it back to Metro World.
That's as a kid seeing that, you like, wow. So I looked at TV raps and I'm like, all right, Ice Cube, Tupac, Biggie. Okay, mm-hmm. I got that. But then I would look at Metro World and I would say, damn, we got stars from around here. And they got bands and they can move around the city how they want.
Hell
it's 600 to 1,000 people coming to see them every night. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made my whole style, man. Just coming up in the era of hip hop and go-go. So if I had to describe my style, it would be that.
Okay, so a lot of people don't understand this, and let's talk about this for a second, man.
Right.
Growing up here, man, I don't think fans like people outside of DC don't understand, like. When we were younger, like I said, me and you around the same age, man. You went to school. Matter of fact, you went to school with my man Silas.
No question. That's my roommate. That's big. Yeah. We like blood. That's like.
Well, I'm not gonna say my schoolmate. We weren't like we ain't want the best of friends. But we was cool, and I know you. I know you went to school with him.
That's my guy.
Yeah. So shout out to Silas, man.
Shout out to Silas, bro.
So look, let me say this, man. A lot of people don't realize, like, growing up here, man, hip hop, it wasn't this huge art form. We didn't look at it like people from New York and people from Boston and LA. It was it was different. It was go-go, and then it was rhythm and blues, man. So talk about that a little bit, man. Was there ever like a conflict being an artist that loves go-go, but you also, you kind of fusing that with, with hip hop. Was it ever conflict?
Definitely. So the funny part of my parents living in all three parts of the area is in the city, go-go was the presence, period. Like
Facts.
period.
Facts.
They throw some hip hop in there, but the funny part is, I know you can relate to this. The funny part is the hip hop that they would draw to would be kind of not your average. It would be the underground gangster hip hop. So you got Scarface, MC8, Spice One, like
Compton's Most Wanted.
I mean, this stuff that now that I'm old, I'm just like, what made us gravitate to that? But I think because it was real, it was real music, and the state that the city was in, I think with that murder capital, with the gunplay, with the violence, I think it tied all together. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think people understand, man. Like what was going on in the city, man. And when it was crazy. And another thing, man. No disrespect to my fans, my supporters from New York, but it was tension.
Definitely.
With New York, man, it was a lot of tension. And make a long story short, that it wasn't
right. You're definitely right.
Yeah, it was some things. It was some things going on, but continue, brother.
Yeah. So I mean, in Uptown DC is go-go. Period. You got your your MC8, your NWA, your gangster music was flowing, but go-go was number one. It was your lifestyle. You was living to go to the go-go that night. So if it was the weekend, it was 2-3 go-go's on your agenda Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, no matter what. And you was living up to that date. So now in Virginia, it was kind of a mixture. When I would go visit my dad in Alexandria, it was funny because I saw Tretch like in Alexandria. I saw like Salt and Pepper walking around like Alexandria. Like
I saw Pastor Troy out there, bro. I saw Pastor Troy, bro, in Old Town one day, man. Dolo by himself.
What I'm saying. Like Naughty by Nature was just chilling in the parking lot of Quaker Lane, and I just was like, wow, bro. I was like, wow, bro. So you get to see that. And then in Maryland, you got the half and half. You had a heavy hip hop presence, and then you had a little, the go-go presence for the people that wasn't scared to go in the city and check out go-go. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that mixing pot, man, it just created such a broad range of music that we love. That made us love the R&B side. You know what I'm saying? The Jodeci and all that. Like, we just love music. We are music town, music city.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I love to have these conversations with brothers such as yourself, man, because I know that you can relate. You remember how it was, and you still relevant to this day, man.
Thank
so
you,
everything
man.
that you're speaking, man, it just it resonates with people such as myself, man, because
definitely.
Hey, you seen it all. You know how? Yeah, we lived it, man. So look, I want to fast forward, man. So the first time I heard of you was back in, I say like around 2010, 2011, and I was I was just moving back home. I was maybe a couple of years moving back home from Atlanta, and I was dating this young lady from Houston, and I wanted to introduce her into this art form that we love, that we know and love, called go-go. So I took her to Crystal Skating Rink.
Oh.
And you was performing with Subtle Thoughts.
Yeah.
Now, around this time, man, I kind of, that 03 to 09 area, I was away from the city. So I wasn't as immersed in the culture as I was when I was younger. But seeing you perform, I was like, man, who is this brother, man? This dude is spazzing. This guy is spazzing. So talk about around that time, man, just performing with Subtle Thoughts, and what was the vision like around that time, man? We talking about the late 2000s, early 2010s or whatever.
Well, I'm gonna start you from coming home from college with Silas. We went to Hampton, and we came home around 2003, 2004. And when I had a band in Hampton, and that's how I paid my bills down in Hampton. I had a go-go band down there.
Natural causes.
Exactly. We traveled around. We traveled to all the colleges and played. And we didn't realize we were doing it, but we were building the audience that whole time. Because all the people from DC, Maryland, Virginia that are at those schools, they got to come home in 2 or 3 years or 4 years. So they see me, they gonna be like, oh, well, I remember him from college. So all the bands knew I was coming home with an audience. So Junkyard took my band Natural Causes under their wing, and everywhere that they played, we played. So that's when I got to watch Bugs, and I got to see Backyard, Hands On, somebody that influenced me, Los, another great rapper.
Of course, from Backyard, yes sir.
I got to see Rare Essence, even though they were considered the older band. I know you.
It's my favorite band of all time. No,
they was considered the OGs. Like to go to Rare Essence show was like.
It's my favorite band of all. That's one of the reasons, man. I'm killing two birds in one stone, man. I got my favorite go-go / DC rapper, and he's part of my favorite band. But continue. I digress. Continue.
I appreciate you.
Continue.
So I come home and I got to study under Bugs, and I got to study Backyard, and I got to study Essence. And coming through that, rapper from Northeast Groovers reached out and said, hey man, Northeast Groovers is done. I got a band called The What Band. I'm recruiting talent. I got Michelle Blackwell from Subtle Thoughts. I got Rocket from Northeast Groovers. He had the whole band put together. Right. He got the whole band put together. And he was like, man, I need a rapper.
Yeah.
And he said, man, if you'll come through, I think we could do something. So I joined The What Band in like 05, 06. Started playing. As I started playing, bands started reaching out for features and shows. Okay. That whole time, I was doing music, also independent rap music on my own. So I would leave a What Band show and I would go up to New York and take meetings and meet with labels and meet with producers and go to Atlanta. And I was doing that. And it was like a double hustle. So that's how I got a name outside of the area for my rap side. Okay. And then at home, I could perform with the bands. So as far as playing with all these legendary bands like Subtle Thoughts and Backyard and Junkyard, it's a blessing, man, because you coming up like me and you, we studied these are bands we listened to as kids and as teenagers.
Exactly.
So to be able to hit the stage with them is just like it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. When did you realize, like, man, I made it, man, as far as being a part of the go-go scene, man? Because growing up here, man, being accepted by those legends that you talk about, guys like Chuck, because Chuck was still alive around that time.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure you got an opportunity to meet Chuck.
Yes.
And Essence and Back and all these guys, man. When did you realize, like, man, I'm here now, man? I'm officially a part of the culture now.
I think when they started doing the all-star bands, and they would have a show where they would have a back line of great performers, but they would use a front line of different bands. And I think the first time it was like G, me, Wincy, Scooby, and like maybe Casey from Junkyard or Yanni from Listen. And I was like, I'm on it. Like y'all chose me for this, for this show.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. So that right there kind of made me feel like, okay, I'm being viewed as a talented person in the game, as coming up as a youngin'. So I think that stamped it right there when I was able to perform on the show with them kind of names.
No doubt.
Crazy.
No doubt. So look, I like I said, I know you had your band Natural Causes. Now what happened? That was your band, right?
Yeah, that was my band in college, man. And it was great, man. I mean, we came home, and you know how it be when you leave college. Some people got to go to work. People creating families.
Oh yeah.
Some people move away. So the band played a little while. Junkyard everywhere Junkyard played, they let us open up. They were like, anywhere y'all play, anywhere we play, y'all are our opening band. And then it just came time to move on, man. Band members had stuff that's going on. We had to move on. And right when that band was ending, that's when Rapper came and said, look, I want you to be a part of the What Band, man. I think you'll be dope.
Okay. Now, prior to you joining any bands, was the vision ever to be a part of a go-go band? Because I know, we have a lot of our, I don't want to say a lot, but I'm gonna say it. A lot of our rappers, their introduction to just a broader audience is through they start off with the go-go bands. Like Wale, he was he's moving with UCB, and I'm just using him as example. Was it ever what was the vision to move to align yourselves with the go-go bands, or was it ever to just come out as a straight up rapper?
The vision was actually, let me tell you how it went. So I took a meeting. I'll never forget this meeting in New York, right, with Kevin Lyles, and he said something that I'll never forget. Mm-hmm. He was like, "So, I see that you're popular at home in your hometown. Have you been traveling?" I said, "No, I haven't had a lot to travel. I haven't had time to travel as much as I can because I perform 3 and 4 times a week with my band at home. So right now, when I got free time, that's when I come take my meetings and stuff." He was like, "Well, I like your material. I like what you're doing." He was like, "Yeah, go-go is dope." He was like, "But you know, if go-go doesn't really have any rappers that have come out of go-go that have been successful, and if you don't have any music out on these platforms, or if I can't Google you, or I can't look on MySpace or Twitter, or you know, but that's back when MySpace was on fire. You know what I'm saying? If I can't find your music online, you don't exist." So I sat back and I was like, "Wow, that's a great point." Like
some cold hard truth.
Yeah, like bro, like you think you popping, but if I can't type in your name and find a catalog, or can't find some information or some write-ups about you,
that's true, bro. Unfortunately.
You're not popping outside of your area. So that right there put me in a mode of, well, I wanted to prove that I could be an independent artist and still move around and still do the go-go thing. So my whole focus was to push both.
Now being so you get with the What Band.
Yep.
Now, how was it balancing being a member of the What Band and being a solo artist, man? Because you still, like right now, we about to get to who you with now, but you still balancing, you know, being a part of a band and a solo artist, man. Talk about that a little bit.
Man, that's a great question, bro. Like I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck with you. Like this is something from near and dear to my heart here. This is what happened to me. So we had about 3 or 4 shows. I won like Rapper of the Year for Go-Go in like 2009, 2010. I'm coming off of that. I go to New York. I go to the studio session, knock out these songs. I get in the Source magazine. I get in Hip Hop Weekly magazine. I bring them. I'm riding down from New York. I got the magazines with me. I'm like, man, I'm about to go in the go-go and show them that, you know, I got all. Look at your boy. I'm in the Source. I'm in there with Jadakiss. I'm in it. I walked in the club with the magazines. They was like, "Oh, that's what's up. Hey, but it's my man's birthday."
Oh man!
I was like, huh? Oh, okay. I got you. So like, that was rough. You know what I'm saying? Because you live for that.
Yeah.
You want the city to be proud, but the city gonna view you.
Talk about that. We gotta talk about that.
They gonna view you as always being. You know what I'm saying? The go-go guy. So, I mean, I just had to take that, man. And when I go to Atlanta, and when I go to Miami, when I go to California and New York, they embrace me as both. They say, "Oh, that's Killa Cal," and they say, "And he with a go-go band." I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that. But home ain't having that, bro. Home is like, hey.
See, this is about the segue. I was gonna say this to a little bit later, man. But so. I got this quote, man. Because I know one thing about me that's different from a lot of these other guys who interview artists, man. I know catalogs, man. I know the music. Right. If I don't know your music, I can't have you on my platform.
You're a real one.
So I've been listening to, like I said, I've been a fan for 10 years, man.
Thank you, bro.
And I'm listening to your last album, man. I think it's the Cal Ripken joint.
Killa Cal Ripken.
Killa Cal Ripken, man. And you got this one line, this song, The Burrow, with Big YL and Big B, where you say everybody screaming we together, but support your own. I get more love out of town than I be getting at home.
That's facts.
Like, talk about that, because you went in on like that song, y'all three, man. Talk about that, man. Like, do you think I got this a 2-part question? It's a 2-part question. So do you think that type of mentality hold us back, and what do you think we can do to change those narratives, man?
Great question again, man. I think that mentality holds us back, but that mentality is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just we get it a little extra here because of the go-go culture. We get a little extra here because of the go-go culture.
I lived in Atlanta, man. I'm gonna tell you one thing, man.
Show love in Atlanta.
They show, hey, if you from Atlanta, when I lived in Atlanta. Hey, I remember I spent a night in jail one time. I got into some situation on Peachtree, And I spent a night in jail, and I was locked up with his brother. This is around the T.I. was popping.
Yeah.
24s and everything. And I want to keep this brief, but I'm gonna tell you this. This dude was like, man, T.I., I'm telling you, he this, he that, man. Like everybody, like when I would talk to the brothers at lunch, and they love themselves some T.I., man. Like Shorty Low, like they love the guys that's from where they from.
They love him.
They love him, and it just seemed like here.
It's different. It's different. It is. It's different. It's different. What you're saying is right. And I think we just don't know. I mean, it's gonna sound funny saying this, bro, but I hope you relate. I don't think we know how to show love. You know what I'm saying? I don't think. I think the younger generation feel like it's dick riding, and then I kind of think
it's crazy.
I think fans need to stay in the stands sometimes. Like, no disrespect, but everybody can't rap. Like why not be the stage manager? Why not be the tour manager? Why not be the PR guy? You got all the girls, right? Why not?
Promo.
Why not be my casting director? You got all the girls.
Exactly.
Like, everybody can't rap.
Yeah.
Period. So I think when I go to other places like Cali, when I met Nipsey, he had a bunch of people around him. All of them didn't rap.
They had roles.
Mm-hmm. You go to T.I., you rock with T.I. and them, Jason Jeter and them. They all have roles, bro. You go to New York, every Pop Smoke, Bobby Smith got a 40 man team. It's like three of them that rap. Everybody else plays a part. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what we missing at home. And I sometimes I say, well, we don't know no better, because a lot of our youth haven't been anywhere to see a lot of this, and they don't understand it. Right. But I mean, I damn sure try to preach it when I talk to kids and when I do mentorships and when I go around and talk to the youth. I just try to tell them, man, everybody don't gotta rap. It's usually the guy that's not rapping that's making more money anyway. That's
facts. That's them guys that's behind the scenes, man. Them guys like brother you just mentioned, Kevin Lyles, man.
Facts.
Kevin Lyles, he's sitting back, man. You can say what you want, but hey, he's moving some things, some parts, man.
What I'm saying. So I don't think we know how to show love for real, man. Like, Wale catch so much flag, and I just be looking like, I like, what do y'all want him to do, bro?
Don't remind me, man.
What more can he do, bro? Like, what y'all want? Like,
he come in with the band, with a go-go band, which we say, hey, for you to be, in tune with the city, man, you gotta line yourself with a band. He did that.
Thank you. Yes.
He check off that box.
Yeah.
He kills it. He repping the city all day. He rep these bum ass Redskins. Check off that box. Like,
got hits, got a catalog.
Catalog is ridiculous. What more do you want from? And I still hear Bama's talk about Wale ain't this. Wale from Maryland. I'm like, man, I've never seen anything like it, man. And that's why I feel like, and you could probably relate, man, just going out and just seeing the love, man, like you mentioned on that song Barrels, man. When you go out of town, what's the reception? Talk about that a little bit. Man.
But what's funny is now, like, unlike before, like I would say the past 10 years, now it's like, even with the go-go thing, like even when I walk in a room and they say Rare Essence, like I went to Philly 2 weeks ago and I walked in a room with some older guys and they were like, oh man, what's up? I was like, what's up? He was like, man, you Killa Cal from Rare Essence? I'm like, damn, like so now it's like it's getting it, like I was getting the independent artist love from just rapping, but now it's equal with the go-go love. So I love to see it, man. Out of town is getting hip to our culture. Anything that'll get the word out about our culture, man, because go-go is in a funny little spot. You know what I'm saying? It's in a funny little spot.
So let's talk about that a little bit, man. Okay, how do I phrase this, man? So we come from a different era where Cherries.
Definitely.
The East Side.
The classics.
Trade Winds.
Black Hole.
Black Hole. I could go on and on, man. And all I remember, man, being in high school, brother, it used to be a scene, man. Like I used to love the music, the Ibex, man, but it used to be so much violence, man.
Yeah, that hurt us.
And I love me, and I want to get your take on this, because when I go to see you guys perform at Aqua, when I see you guys at Fast Eddie's, It's a totally different environment, man.
Definitely.
And it's bruh, I'm gonna tell you, prior to that, I haven't been to a show since COVID. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been to a show since COVID. But bruh, I was at Nipsey's, Fast Eddie's every week, and it was love, man. I never seen no arguments.
Nope.
I didn't see nobody pull out a switchblade. Nope. So talk about that, man. Like, how is it now being like a veteran in this game, man? And you can sit back and see where we once were, and now to see present day, you know, where we, you know, how the environment has changed so much, man. Talk about that, man. How do you feel about that?
Man, no question. I want to give you two sides of it, though.
Talk about it.
The first side is this. This is how powerful go-go is. So to the people that's listening, I know you know this, but to the people that's listening, we had in about a 10-year span, we had about 30 venues taken away from go-go, right? Now, if rock and roll played in a city and had 30 venues taken away from them, it would make it hard for rock and roll to still thrive, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
If blues had 30 venues snatched from the blues culture, it would be pretty hard for blues to carry on, right? Go-go still found a way to keep pushing. I think what people realize is that when these venues close and the shows get scarce and bands gotta, like, even with the pandemic, when we come back, when we fully back from this pandemic, it's going to be so much joy that they get a chance to come out and enjoy the culture, because the culture it's been snatched away for a year. So I want to say, man, like, when you look at, that's the power of go-go, man. Go-go just keeps finding a way to stay alive. Now, another thing that you touched on, which is great, is that a lot of us have matured. Our audiences have matured.
Talk about that.
So now the parties are just a vibe. Like, it's the party is real laid back. You're gonna get your times in the show where you get to turn up and pump your fist or you know, get a little rock, get a little bop. It's not like back in the day. Like, I remember going to a junkyard show, an all ages show. In the whole show, I was just getting pushed around, like the whole show, like, from start to
never. I never. You can come to a go-go show now, man, with your best clothes, with your Gucci fit on, your We All One fresh, whatever, man, and nobody gonna step on you. The ladies are friendly.
Yes.
If you approach them with some class,
oh man, you good,
they friendly. Is love. I'm telling you,
it's love.
I've been going to go-go shows for the past 4 years. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen not one altercation, bro.
Very rarely, bro. And I'm telling you,
I know they happen, but I'm just saying, when I go there, I don't see it.
Man, very rarely. I'm talking about, and what's funny is, not to bash the ladies, but most of the time we gotta get the ladies out each other's faces. You know, it ain't the guys. The guys, I haven't seen a guy fight in a couple years now.
I don't even hear arguments, bro.
Right. It's not even that serious.
Right. Man, brothers show love. I was up the last time I went to see y'all. It was Essence and the What Band, and this was 2019.
Got you.
And man, y'all killed it. This was at Fast Eddie's. Brothers, man, we was chopping. I was talking to brothers that I never met, and we just, you know, it was never like that, man. Like, I'm talking to brothers from Simple City, from Eastgate. I'm talking from brothers from Annapolis, and it was just love, man. It was no, you know, 20, 30 years ago, Simple City, Eastgate, Seven Woods, 43rd.
It was waiting on you. It was just a matter of time.
It was just a matter of time. It was a matter of time.
And that's what it was.
Yeah, man.
So we came a long way from that, bro. I'm glad you highlighted that, because a lot of people like to hop on the violence, man. Bro. We done came a long way from that, man.
Yeah. Nah, no doubt, man. So I gotta also touch on this, man. The Shannon Briggs, man. The Shannon Briggs relationship, man. A while ago, man, I seen you chopping it up with Shannon Briggs, man.
Hey, man.
Yo, bro, talk about that, man. You moving around out here, man.
So let's go champ, right? Shannon Briggs he retired from boxing. He gained about 100, 200 pounds. He was going through depression, mental health issues. I think 2009 or 2010 or 11. 2010 or 11, around that time. A guy named Nick called me. That was his personal videographer that followed Shannon around. Okay. And he was like, man, Shannon Briggs, man, he need to pick me up, man. He need a song. He needs something that'll get him out this funk so he can get back on track. So he already had the Let's Go chant going. And anything he did, if you go to his page, anybody that's watching, Shannon the Cannon Briggs, go to his page. Heavy Let's Go chant, heavy motivation, heavy energy from the chant, right? Yeah. So he has a fight coming up. The fight is in the O2 Arena in the UK. Okay. I get a phone call that says Shannon Briggs wants you to make a song for him to come out to for his first fight back in the O2. So the O2 holds about 30,000 people. Wow. So his first fight out, I make the song, I send the song. The O2 Arena calls me and said, hey, can we clear the song? We want to clear the song to play. I said, you can clear it. Gave him all my information, all my publishing, all my information. To see him walk out, like the camera started from in the locker room, all to hear that song play. Let's Go Champ.
What was that feeling like, bro?
Wow, bro! I'm talking about like, I mean,
where was you at? Where was you at when you saw it, bro?
I was at the house and we ordered the fight. Everybody was watching, and when it came on, everybody just looked at me and shook their head, and I was like, bro, like, that was lit.
This is a big deal.
That was it, bro. So after that, the UK, heavy supporters of stuff that they like, they streamed the hell out of the song. I'm talking about, I looked at my Spotify, it's still number 2 on my streaming.
That's what's up.
Still number 2 on my most streamed music. So, man, shout out to that opportunity, man. Shout out to Shannon Briggs. He shows nothing but love to the area. Good guy to follow, man. I think he's trying to get in there with Mike Tyson on that Triller with the OGs. I think they trying to mix it up. I know Mike got Lennox Lewis coming up. But, yeah, man, I hope he gets his shot, man.
Shout out to Shannon Briggs,
He didn't have to do that. He could have got he's from Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
It's enough.
He could have got Papoose.
It's enough Brooklyn rappers. Yeah. He could have got to do his theme song, and he chose me. I'll be forever grateful. He can call me anytime on pickup. Shannon Briggs.
Hey, shout out to Shannon Briggs. That's one of my favorite
Let's Go Champ
boxes. Let's Go Champ, man. Get them numbers up. Stream that, man. Spotify on all your streaming platforms, man. Let's support. So look, I want to stay here for a second.
Okay.
About this music, man. So the first album I heard was that Kill Zone project.
Yeah.
And you know, after that I went to, you know, of course I had to go back. But I started there, and then I went to the Killa Cal Ripken,
right?
And with that subliminals and that BW Parkway, with King. Yo, matter of fact, Paul, stop for a second,
man. That's my brother.
Yo, how did you link with King Los, man?
Another crazy, something else crazy.
You know, like Baltimore, DC, man, we got this weird,
bro. It's weird
thing,
energy.
Bro.
It's weird energy,
but King Los, that dude, talk about that.
Oh my God, he's in my top 5. I'm sorry, that's my
Alien.
top 5. Sorry.
Bro, you both of y'all spazzed on that one though.
Oh my God, bro.
Like you went alien mode on that one, man.
Well, I mean, when King Los kicks your song off, you better show up, especially when the song is called BW Parkway.
Yeah,
you better show up. But I appreciate it. Thank you, man, and I appreciate all the feedback on that. Quiet as kept. Me and Los got another one coming up in about another month. He just sent his verse back last week. Crazy. But yeah, man, BW Parkway was dope, man, for the culture, because it was around the time with the New Balance thing with Jim Jones was talking about New York started or
Stop it. We all know where it came from. Let's knock it off, man. That's a DMV thing, man. Just
facts.
Stop it.
So Lola being from uptown, man, and she's heavy and she loves go-go, of course. You know, that's his wife.
Lola Monroe.
Yep, Lola Monroe, the supermodel and the artist. She's a great artist as well. People reached out. My people hit back and said we need to make a collaboration, get it done. I kind of thought he was going to kind of loaf on it. He hadn't been putting out a lot of music. He hadn't been doing all the features he's been doing the past couple of years. He just started that kind of right after me and him hooked up. And luckily, man, he was with it. And he was quick. And he sent back a fire verse. Yeah. And we talked on the phone. We talked online. and it was excitement, man. And when that was my first single off the Killa Cal Ripken.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all bodied that one, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Y'all loaded up the clip on that one, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I'm like from the who produced that song?
Damn, Loki. So the
Loki?
Gang's producer, my man Loki. He's down in Atlanta as well. He got plenty of his catalog is crazy as well. He got Cardi B on his catalog. Gang.
Okay. Now I know Loki. I know Loki.
Yeah, Loki. Yeah. He's that guy.
Loki nice, man.
Guy. Yeah, he's that guy. So he produced that, man. BW Parkway. It took off. If you look at the cover, it's a merge of Baltimore and it's BW. It's like the capital and the cities of Baltimore downtown merged together on the cover. A lot of people was like, "What's the buildings on the cover?" It's merged together. So it's kind of showing the unity right there.
That's what's up, man. So I want to talk about this, man. Like, I noticed, man, a lot of the younger DC area natives, man, they not into go-go like we were, man. Like, what do you attribute to that, man? Like,
well,
and how do you feel as far as, the preservation of go-go, man? Because in my world, go-go it's everything. But
Right.
to the younger kids, man.
What you just said is it. What you just said, in our world, go-go was first. You know what I'm saying? Because we loved home and we wanted to represent home, and we knew that was home base. Yeah. The kids now, it's different. They're more driven off of social media. They're more driven off what they see on Instagram or what they see that these rappers are doing as far as clout chasing, like your 6ix9ines and things like that. They getting heavy back into the gang culture, which I'm not really digging.
I never understood that.
You got to let the kids be kids. They youth. So all we can do is try to teach them the way. So bounce beat. Everybody thinks bounce beat is the youth's movement.
Yeah.
A lot of the bounce beat people are me and your age.
Exactly. I just had this conversation with a brother, a coworker of mine, man. Like, that's our era, man.
Bro, that's our era. I'm one of the youngest people in Rare Essence, so they're the older era.
Yeah.
Backyard is a little under them.
That's the segue.
Then Backyard is kind of like the medium.
Backyard in Northeast.
Right. That's like where you got some old heads and some youngins in your party right there.
Yeah.
But then you got Bounce Beat, where they bring a young crowd, but the actual band members and participants are older than us in our age. So when you have that, it shows me that it's a cutoff somewhere and it's a disconnect. So somewhere the kids disconnected with the bounce beat, and it wasn't cool to be in a band no more. It was cooler to kind of jump into that drug culture, that lean culture, that Percocet culture. Like, that wasn't never our thing. We was never ever doing that. I ain't saying we wouldn't sell it, but we was never on that.
I'm 40 plus, man. I don't remember.
We was never like, especially not
like if you was doing it, young, we look at you like
you a junkie.
You a junkie. Like, niggas that was smoking dippers and
facts.
Yeah, you
rock with us.
Like, nah, nigga, you stay over there, Slim.
Stay over there, like, and don't tell nobody you with me. Like,
exactly.
But now it's like they've embraced that culture and they've turned that into their thing, and now they're strictly off of what they see on TV and on social media. So. I mean, it's a gift and a curse, man. Like I hated being a youngin' and the OG to tell me about what was hot during his time and back in my day. Nobody.
But now you the OG now.
Exactly. So now I gotta kind of give them leeway to kind of create and do their own thing. But every now and then I gotta say, hey, like when I talk to the young rappers, okay, you do know that half of America is using the Migos flow, right? You do know that.
Half America.
75,
90%.
90% of America has taken Hood Rich Pablo's flow, has taken the Migos flow.
Jose Guapo and
oh my God, they've taken that. They've used it every which way,
everywhere
that you can use it. So how are you gonna walk in a room with 100 rappers and set yourself apart?
I don't get it, bro. It's sad because we got some talent here, man. But I'm like, yo, don't y'all realize, man? See. We come from an era in DC. We wanted to
stand out.
Man, I can remember a time, man, if you wasn't from the DC area, you was a Bama. Yo, no disrespect to my support. I'm just
disrespect.
No disrespect.
But we had a certain way we walked, we talked, we dressed. Exactly. After like 2005, everybody had dreads. Everybody dressed like Lil Wayne.
Skinny jeans.
Everybody skinny jeans up. You know, and I'm gonna tell you one more thing that people don't ever. Tell me if this is a gym or not. We got away from our local brands.
Oh man,
everybody went from supporting the local black-owned brands and representing your hometown to the high fashion. Everybody got Balenciaga. Everybody got, you know, everything.
Supporting brands that don't put back in our community, because growing up here, man, we are one. Madness. I remember Kenny Van and you know, these guys put back into the community. You can say what you want, whatever they dealings or whatever. These brothers loved and cared about their community.
Bro, all that was a part of go-go culture.
It's part of the culture.
When those bands hit the stage, when I came home from college, they wanted my college band to play at Unifest. I walked to Unifest. When I walked up to the stage at Unifest.
Shout out to Unifest.
Shout out to Unifest. When my band when we parked and walked up to the stage to perform, they gave us all day shirts to perform in.
Yeah.
Bruh, like that's when that's the look like. Like everybody out there had on all days that day because all day sponsored the event. Free shirts, free promo.
Man, bro,
like that was a part of go-go culture.
That was the culture.
All that.
I love that. I love to see it. And the thing about that, it also with that with the branding, like you mentioned, man, I felt like we were able to cultivate this culture as far as the music and the branding and bringing that whole DMV thing together, because
they all go together.
Man, PG Count. This one I really like. I'm in my early 20s, so I'm moving. I got me a little whip now.
Yeah.
I'm going out to PG. I'm going out to Forestville.
Mashunu.
Yeah. I got a little money now, so I'm out. I'm out Forestville, Lowell, and it just seemed like we was just all connected. We was intertwined, man. And then just like that, I come back home and it was just over with,
it's
man.
Different. It's just different.
Yeah,
so I work with the youngest too, and I mentor them. I work with kids on juvenile probation, and I can just tell like the city just divided. Like it's divided. They scared. They high. Like it's way more guns on the street now than ever.
You think so?
Yeah, it's bad. Like even when we was the murder capital, it was just the killers that was out. It was real killers that was just doing work. Right now,
everybody,
you ain't got to be a killer. You can be 12, 13 years old. You got to it's access to guns. Like it's
senseless. I think like nowadays when. And it was bad. And let's make that clear. It was bad when we was younger.
But it was the killers. You knew stay away from the killers.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was stay away from the killers. Don't do no dirt. Stay away from the killers.
Yeah, man. Like a lot of the deaths, man, was gang, drug wars and gang, drug wars. Like money. If you was a little kid or just a regular person,
you ain't have nothing to worry about.
You was good. You was good.
You was straight.
I used to move around all over the city, man, during the daylight, and I ain't never feared for my life, man. You know what I'm saying?
Now you can pull up to a gas station in a decent part of town, and a 12 or 13-year-old kind of walking up. You kind of got to be like,
You
kind of got to see how he moving. Yeah. Like you got to get your gut in order. Like, all right, what's my gut feeling on this? You know what I'm saying? And that's uncomfortable, bro. That ain't it.
Yeah, so let's get back to this music, man. So here we are, man. It's 2021, man.
Right.
You just dropped the visuals, man, to the 4 a.m. in Miami, man. And that song was originally on the Cal Ripken joint, right?
Yes.
But the visuals, man, I'm loving the visuals, man. What was the inspiration, man, behind that song, man?
Well, thank you. First off, I love it. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. What the vision behind 4 a.m. in Miami is every year we go down to Miami for the go-go for the DC takeover. And I mean it got to the point where we started just venturing off into like we wouldn't even want to be wherever we would venture out into the real Miami.
Shout out to Miami. I go to Miami about 2 weeks by the way.
Bro, I love Miami. Go ahead. So when you got some real Miami OGs with you, and they the Miami vibes is just it's unbelievable, man. Shout out to the 305. So it inspired me to write that song. Just cruising. I mean, it just put you in that mode of Miami, bro. And like you said, it was on my album, but two things happened. So from the time Killa Cal Ripken came out, I had a partnership with Rockstar Games that do Grand Theft Auto.
GTA.
Yeah. So the Rockstar gaming community has they took a liking to my music. They started using it for characters. They started being inspired. They made a character of mine with a backstory and everything just for the PC gaming community. So in my mind, I was like, well, why don't y'all do the visuals with my character for I'll give y'all the licensing to my songs. Y'all just let it rip. I'm not gonna make no serious money off it, but just the look of just having Grand Theft on my resume, like, and if it pops off, you never know what the partnership could look like in the future. So that's some things as an independent artist you got to sacrifice. Everything ain't money. You know what I'm saying? That look of having Rockstar and Grand Theft on my thing is crazy. So I got a Grand Theft version where they put me in a slingshot. They put me in an old school. They put me in the Rolls Royce. They gave me a house in San Andreas. I'm riding around with the chicks on the game, right? So if you look up 4AM in Miami, it's a GTA version and it's a visualizer as well.
That's the one I'm talking. That visualizer, the visualizer, sick. That's the one you just recently dropped, right? Back in March.
Yep. Just dropped. So the GTA version came out a little after the visualizer, but the reaction to the visualizer, it just looks so clean. You got downtown Miami buildings. You got the old school car with the Go-Go God on the license plate. Like, I mean, it just
I love it, man.
It took it to another level, man. So thank you so much, man. You personally, and thank you to all the listeners and anybody else that supported it, man. Please go check it out. Killa Cal 4AM in Miami.
Y'all gotta check that out. Y'all gotta check that out. So look, again, what was we talking about? 2019, man. You was nominated for like 10 awards, 10 whammies, man. And you won. You won, right? For like song.
Only won two. Only won two out of 10, but that was the most nominations I believe that they have ever had.
Yo, you bodied that, yo.
Bro,
talk about that
was
man.
Crazy. Like to see that on paper is just like wow. So shout out to the whammies.
To be a veteran, man. That's another thing. Like, normally younger artists get that, man. You know what I'm saying? And for you to just dominate, man, with that, like I said, I don't think no artist has ever had that many nominations.
Nah, not that many, bro. Like I had one in R&B, I had two in go-go, 3 in independent rap, collaboration, performer, like it's just crazy, man.
Congrats, man. Congrats, man. Nah, man. I remember that. I was like, man, this is he's here, man. He here to stay, man.
Love, man. Love, bro.
He here to stay. So I also want to talk about when you was able to, when you eventually you end up, leaving, the
What Band.
The What Band.
Yeah.
You end up joining my favorite band of all time. R.E., man.
Yes.
We gotta talk about this, man. What was that like, man? Like,
I mean, it was bittersweet, man, because we helped make that band. Like we helped build the What Band up, man. To like, I don't think I've ever seen a band that had just got together in 2005, and by 2009, we were doing we didn't have any promoters. We threw all our own parties. We were packing them out every night. We were just hot. So we got hot, and then the business got a little tricky. So it was time to talk business, and they didn't want to talk. And it was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really wanted to be like this. So, we couldn't come to an agreement. So it was time to go. So and when it's time to go, you got to look at your next moves. So if you look on YouTube and type in Killa Cal Free Agent, you can see all the bands that reached out. I'm talking about all the bands reached out.
Backyard.
Oh my goodness. Like it was so much love. Like that was another thing that kind of stamped that I just do good business and I'm just a solid dude when just bands is just like, look, we don't got room, but we'll make room. Like when you'll do something like Backyard don't need nothing. Like Backyard is one of the strongest bands at every position you will ever see in go-go.
Hey, if they would have added you, them niggas would have been like the New Jersey Nets.
That's what Coop said. Coop said,
man,
man,
they would have been like the New Jersey Nets, man.
Coop said, man, if you would have joined Backyard, man, we probably could have fought crime. We probably could have went out and in the community and stopped violence.
Yeah, man. It would have been too much.
Oh,
man.
that's too much, and stuff like that ain't always good for the culture, man, because that's just dominance at that point. Like,
talk about monopolizing the game.
That's just trifling, right? So Junkyard, man, all the bands reached out, so I cut it down to my top three that I would think about, and that was Junkyard, Backyard, and Rare Essence. Junkyard, because they helped me out so much when I was younger. I'll never forget that. And they had a rapper already, so I kind of was like, I knew him. I didn't want him to feel like I was coming to take his spot, so Junkyard was out. Backyard is super duper powered already, so that was out. But Essence needed a rapper, and Essence was kind of they were at a middle point. They crowd was a little older. Yeah. They didn't have a young presence. So me being I'm a thinker and just strategizing, I just was like, well, it's gonna take more work.
Right.
With Rare Essence, I'm gonna have to really dig and remix their songs and change the sound a little bit and put my stamp on it, but it's worth it. It's gonna be worth it.
And I love the results, man.
Oh, thank you, bro. That means a lot coming from a Rare Essence fan. Thank you, bro.
I love, and I'm picky, man. I go back to Benny and Funk and them guys.
32
So to see how you was able to fit in with these brothers, especially being a younger member, man. Like how was that, man? You with Andre and them,
man, my
OGs, man.
Shout out to my OG Kelly Brooks, man. Kales, my OG from our new projects. He sat me down in his truck for like 3 or 4 hours and just played Fat Rodney tapes and Deep Floyd and 30. He just played. He was like, look, I'm not telling you got to do what they got to do, but you have to make your own way like they did.
Some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, what?
Just some big shoes to fill.
Like,
all Hall of Famers.
Like every rapper that's came through Rare Essence is a Hall of Famer. So, I mean, for them to even want to work with me, man, shout out to White Boy. Shout out to him for giving me openness with the creativity. Rare Essence really didn't have freestyle rappers. They didn't have rappers that freestyle.
That's a band. That's a band. Yeah.
They had stuff set a certain way. Yeah. So for me to be able to come in and use my style and he let me just kind of do my thing and trust me with his brand that's been a top brand for over 40 years.
Over 40 years, man.
Bro, I was talking to my man the other day. I was like, do you understand that Rare Essence played every week for 40 years until a pandemic?
Yeah.
Bro, people retired from their jobs.
I know, exactly. Exactly.
Who tours their city for 40 years?
Man, people don't realize, man, like them brothers been out. They've been out since like the late 70s, man.
Bro, 1976, bro.
1976, man. Like if I think about it, Foots was still alive, man. Foots be almost 60.
Facts.
Foots be almost, if I think about it, man, be almost, yeah.
So that's a testament to our range of audience, bro. I can look out in the crowd and see a 56-year-old. And I can see a 21-year-old that's been waiting to come see Rare Essence.
That's the beauty, man. I love it.
I love it, man. So shout out to Rare Essence, man. I love it, and just being a part of that it's like a fraternity, bro. You know what I'm saying? When everybody see each other, or when we get we got a reunion show coming up, that's gonna be awesome. Reunion show is coming up.
Plug that date, man. Plug that date.
If it's not this September, depending on the occupancy because of the pandemic. It'll be next May. You'll see it next May at the MGM. That's the only place that could hold it. MGM, Rare Essence Reunion. Watch out for it.
Shit.
But yeah, when you get to look at all the talent that's came through that camp, from Jungle Boogie to Go-Go Mickey to now Smoke, who's a part of my.
That's from Northeast?
Yes. You know what I'm saying? From the Shorty Duds to the Tony T's, that's my era.
Tony's, man. Hey, y'all muscling up right now,
see what
man.
I'm saying? Like,
Essence rustling up, man. I be trying to tell. See. My thing is, man. I don't like the division that a lot of go because what I noticed, man. You guys are cool with each other,
right?
It's the fans, man. Because if you from Southeast, you supposed to like R.E. or Junkyard. You from Uptown, you supposed to like. At the end of the day, man, it's all good music, man.
Just come out and enjoy the music, man.
Enjoy the music, man. So I love. I'm gonna be honest, man. Personally, I love the space that Go-Go is in right now, man.
Yes.
I love it, man. I love to see a brother like yourself, man, who's still relevant, man, that's still killing. Like I said, man, when I talk to brothers, young and old, Killa Cal.
Thank you, bro.
You know, it ain't, you know, they don't talk about you like you some old timer, man. They talk like you still relevant in the city, man. You a legend, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man.
So
really.
It's an honor, man, to have you here. Before we get out of here, man, is it any, you know, you got any new music, man, that you want to plug, or get the people, man, your social media tags, man, Twitter, IG, all that good stuff.
Definitely. First, thank you for having me, man. You're a great host, bro, and dealing with somebody that knows our culture. I do a lot of interviews. I just did an interview with somebody from Toronto. I just did another interview with somebody from the UK. It's different when the person knows the culture and kind of knows what the real vibes is. I can explain it, but when you lived it like you have and you've been here, salute to you, bro. And anything I can do to support you, you know, don't be a stranger, bro. Straight up, my lines is open. But as far as my social media, man, you can catch me on Twitter at Killa_Cal with the verification check mark. You can catch me on Facebook, Killa Cal the Animal, KillaCalTheAnimal.com. Sign up to my Vivo page. On YouTube, Killa Cal Vivo, and Noisemaker TV as well. As far as new music, man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did over 30 songs in the pandemic for features. So a lot of the features are about to drop. I got one that's dropping recently, and I think you're gonna love this song. I'm gonna send you this song personally.
Please,
I think you're gonna love this song. Yeah. It's called 90s Gold, and it's Stinky Dink featuring me. Stinky Dink, yes. One track mind.
Track mind, Stinky Dink. Man.
Stinky Dink, talking about what we talked about today as far as
if y'all
we grew up in.
Hey, for the fans, Google him, YouTube, brother. Yeah. It's the OG. It's the OG, man.
Old super.
See, this is what we do. This is what we do. Bridging the generation, man. We bridging the gap, man. We gotta preserve our legends, man, and I love what you doing, bro.
Thank you, bro. So to be able to do a song with Stinky Dink, we did a song we did a single before called Go Go Flow with me, him, and Tony Blunt. It was supposed to be me, him, Los, and Tony Blunt, but Los couldn't make that one. But we doubled back on this one, man.
What they want, Tony Blunt?
Man. You know, I'm always gonna pay homage to the
I'm old, man. Sorry, I'm old,
man. You just know your stuff, bro.
I'm old, man.
So we got a song called 90s Gold coming out, produced by T Black. It's talking about growing up in the 90s and stuff like that. You'll love that song. I got a song coming up with Goods the Animal, Killa Cal the Animal, and Goods the Animal, the battle rapper Goods.
Yeah, from Bronx.
Me and him got a song coming up. I also got a song with King Los coming up. That's under wraps. I'll let you know about that.
Please do.
Rare Essence is working on a brand new single as well. I also have a single coming out with the What Band, and I'm supposed to be working with Trouble Funk as well and Northeast Groovers. So everybody's reaching out. Yeah, everybody's reaching out. I'm showing love. It's all love. Anybody that want to collaborate, let's get it done. Because once outside open up, it's gonna be very hard to get in that studio. So I done stacked up my stuff. My next joint dropping is the one with Goods, and then right after that, I got a song called what's the bounce beat song? Get It Up. I got a song called Get It Up dropping. So be on the lookout for all that. I can talk music all day, man.
I'm about to say, man,
endless features coming. Endless. I'm talking about every month for the rest of this year. You're gonna see at least 2 Killa Cal songs dropping every month. That's how much I stacked them up. So.
I follow the movement, man. I'm gonna continue following the movement, man. Keep killing the game, man. I already know, man, that it's nothing gonna be. It's going to be nothing but good things coming from you, man. That's what I've grown to expect from you. So,
thank you,
man. You guys need to follow this brother, man. Killa Cal. Legend in the city, man. Google him, YouTube this brother. Brother, appreciate you being here on the platform, man.
You bridging the generations, bro.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bridging the generations, man. I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Nah, no doubt, man. Look, I'm Malak Arif. You got Killa Cal. We signing off, man. Y'all have a good night. We out, man.
You already know. Appreciate you, bro.
Peace.